Hello ray guys! Good evening sa inyong lahat. It's my first time na mag-vlog dito sa kwarto namin. And um, sobrang daming nangyari sa amin guys. But merong malaking pagbabago sa family namin ngayon. And I think it's just okay to share this one because we went through very difficult times. Sobrang hirap ng mga nagdaang mga taon and hindi kami nag-expect ng sobra-sobra naman. But yeah, this past few months and years na magkasama kami ni Nico guys, it was very challenging. Na-share ko naman sa inyo before na I had miscarriage and nakunan ako. Actually, that time, kakalipat lang namin dito sa countryside ni Anika when Nico and me decided na magsama na together. Bago pa yung kasal namin. So, that time, nabuntis ako. It was November of 2023. And we were really trying na magbuntis but yun nga, nakunan ako and it was very, very tough times sa aming dalawa. Sa aming lahat dito sa bahay. Kasi even for Anika, she was already expecting na magkakaroon siya ng baby brother or baby sister but hindi siya natuloy. So, it was very heartbreaking. So, exactly 2 taon na yun na nangyari kasi yung time na nakunan ako, it was December 31, 2023 during the New Year's Eve. It was very difficult time sa amin. And yun yung first Christmas guys na wala talaga akong ginawa na anything para sa aming pamilya. Buti na lang is dun kami nagpasko sa sister-in-law ko kasama yung mga kapatid ni Nico and yung family ni Nico. But yeah, it was very tough and after that one, binigyan kami ng option ng doktor na mag-try ng 1 taon. So, the entire 2024, nag-try kami ni Nico and nothing happened. Walang nabuo, hindi ako nabuntis, and we decided on the same year, 2024, na magpakasal na talaga. Maybe God is like telling us na much better na magpakasal kami so we get the blessing from Him being a couple. So, we get married and then wala pa rin. Hindi pa rin ako nabuntis. So, we were so worried kasi Nico and I were already old guys. Actually, si Nico tsaka ako, we are same age. We are now 38 years old. So, alam nyo naman pag ang babae, pag tumutong sa edad na mga ganyan, it can be difficult na magbuntis na. So, ang other option was, after 1 year na trying na pagbuntis and kung walang mangyari is magkakaroon kami ng doctor's consultation again and they will be scheduling us for artificial insemination and other options for fertility. So, ayun. So, we got an appointment last year. It was January of 2025. Saktong exactly na after ng 1 year. simula nung nakunan ako and nag-try kami na hindi pa rin ako nabuntis. So, we got an appointment sa hospital and they wanted to do all the examinations and tests and start na yung fertility treatment and i-ready lahat for artificial insemination and other options na pwedeng gawin. So, 3 days bago yung appointment, sabi ko kay Nico na I'm not feeling really well. I'm not happy. I'm not confident. Hindi ako sigurado sa gagawin namin. And I know guys paano yung fertility treatment because being a nurse, I have a background for those kind of things and being a nurse guys, alam mo yung mangyayari. It will be very stressful and I went through a lot of stress already na kinakaya ko lang siya, tinatago ko lang siya and I never ask anyone or tell anyone, even si Nico, hindi ko siya sinasabihan ng mga problema, mga ganyan. Yung mga past pa ng mga pinagdaanan ko guys, though alam niya, pero alam mo yung hindi ako yung tipo ng tao na magbe-verbalize sa kanya, magsasabi sa kanya ng mga lahat-lahat. Kasi ako yung tipo ng tao na kapag may problema, gagawan ko yan siya ng solusyon. And kapag meron akong solusyon, na-solve ko na yung problema na yun, saka ko sasabihin sa kanya. Kasi ayaw ko yung magbigay ako ng stress para sa ibang tao, kahit pa kapamilya ko yan. So, kakayanin ko yan, guys. So, nung time na yun, guys, na 3 araw na lang, ilang araw na lang bago yung fertility appointment namin, sabi ko kay Nico, i-cancel mo yan. Hindi ako pupunta. Pero sabi niya, bakit? Bakit mo ika-cancel? Ang hirap makakuha ng time doon, makakakuha ng appointment. And it will take many months or it can be years. Kasi nga marami din ang nakapila for that. And knowing sa healthcare system ng Finland, guys, it's about waiting talaga. Kaya sabi ko sa kanya na hindi ako pupunta. Bahala ka, sabi ko sa kanya ganon. Sabi niya, pumunta tayo kasi nga this will be our chance to check for anything. Kung meron ba siyang problema, meron ba akong problema, ano ba dapat ang solusyon, anong dapat gawin, ganyan. So, sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ako pupunta kahit ano pang gawin mo. Hindi pa rin ako pupunta. I don't know, something was telling me na don't go. I don't know sino yon, but it was like sa loob-loob ko, guys. Sabi ko, ayokong pumunta. Something was really wrong and something was really off. And doon na nag-start, guys, na hindi kami nagkaintindihan ni Nico. So, it was a very difficult time sa aming dalawa nun. First time na nangyari yun na ganun, guys, na magulo. So, tinawagan ni Nico yung hospital and sabi ng nurse, sayang naman na hindi kayo tutuloy. Sobrang daming family ang nagtatry na makakuha na appointment na to and you guys have it but ika-cancel nyo lang, sabi ng nurse na ganun. And I heard it kasi naka-loudspeaker yung pagtawag ni Nico. Pero sabi ko sa kanya na no, ayoko pa rin. Tapos tinanong ng nurse, bakit? Buntis na ba kayo? Or may resulta na ba? Nag-try kayo within the year? Sabi ni Nico, no, hindi siya buntis. Walang pagbubuntis na nangyayari as of the moment. Nung panahon na yun na tumawag si Nico dun sa nurse para i-cancel. So, lagi na kaming hindi nagkakaintindihan, guys, but kami yung tipo na mag-asawa na, alam mo yung mahinahon lang, usap lang. So, patuloy pa rin ako, guys. I was working and si Nico din. Ganon. So, okay lang. But it was like so weird because there was something in my head and in my heart na hindi ko maintindihan, guys, na bakit ko sinabi yung mga ganong bagay na ayokong pumunta, ayokong mag-participate. Sinabihan ko pa si Nico na kung gusto mo, ikaw na lang magpunta doon, maghanap ka na lang ng iba para i-pair mo doon, maging pair mo para sa appointment na yun. Tapos sabi ni Nico, ayaw niya kasi syempre, sabi niya, ikaw lang asawa ko, bakit ako maghahanap ng iba doon? But ako na yung tao na pinupush ko siya away. Kasi guys, yun na pala yung start na I went through depression. So, lahat ng mga problema, lahat ng mga pinagdaanan ko, guys, sa buhay, yung previous divorce ko, yung being a single mom for Anika, lahat ng struggles ko, guys, na magsimula ulit and to work hard para sa aming dalawa ni Anika. Tapusin yung pagiging nurse dito sa Finland na mabilisan. Instead na gawin ko siya ng 1.5 years. Natapos ko siya ng 10 months. Ang bilis ng pacing, guys. Ang bilis ng mga pangyayari. Tapos na-meet ko si Nico. Parang na-overwhelmed na ako. Lahat ng mga problema ng mga pinagdaanan ko sa buhay. Naipon siya. And that time, dun ko lang na sumobra na pala. So, punong-puno na ako. Yung baso ko, guys, punong-puno na. So, I really went through depression. Na-depress ako and even with my boss, umiyak ako sa kanya. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam kung sino ako, kung anong gagawin ko. Kaya ko pa ba yung trabaho ko? Magagampanan ko ba yung trabaho ko? Hindi ko alam anong gagawin ko. I was like scattered even sa bahay. Hindi ako natutulog kasama si Nico. Hinahayaan ko siyang matulog sa bed. Pero palagi niya ako niyayaya na pumunta ka sa kwarto, ganyan. Pero sabi ko, ayaw ko. Doon ako natutulog sa kwarto ni Anika where merong maliit na bed na for 2 lang siya. Hindi ako kasya doon kasi malaki ako. But pinagkasya ko yung sarili ko yun doon, guys. Kasi feeling ko, masarap yung pakiramdam na iniipit ako. Ganon. And dumating na ako sa point na may mga suicidal thoughts na ako, ganyan. But I'm thinking na magiging okay naman siguro kung wala ako kasi andyan naman si Nico para mag-alaga kay Anika. Kasi okay na kami. Stable na kami. So, sabi ko, ewan ko sa'yo, Lord. Sabi ko, ewan ko sa'yo, Lord. Ikaw na ang bahala. Even that time, guys, na nakunan ako, ano pa yon, nagtrabaho pa rin ako ganoon, guys. Tapos, basta pinaubaya ko na sa kanya sa lahat, guys, na ikaw na bahala sa lahat-lahat na kung ano man ang magiging decision mo. So, ayun. Sobrang lost ako, guys, and first time yun na nangyari na nakita ko si Nico na umiyak, na sabi niya, Mommy, ano nangyayari sa'yo? Hindi daw niya ako, hindi niya raw alam paano ako i-handle kasi never niya ako nakita na ganun. Anong nakita ko siyang umiyak, guys, sabi ko, hala, wala na pala talaga ako sa sarili ko. Sabi ko, Lord, hala, wala talaga ako as in. Kaya, sabi ko sa boss ko, kailangan ko ng leave. So, nag-leave ako, guys, from middle ng January 2025 hanggang April. Nag-leave ako. Naka-sick leave ako noon because I was not emotionally stable. things were not right. So, ayun. Nung naka-leave ako guys, I was seeing a doctor, may psychiatrist ako, and may psychologist ako na nakakausap ko guys. And the doctor even offered me for medications and I refused. Sabi ko ayoko ng gamot. Gusto ko lang magpahinga. And dumaan talaga ako sa hormonal imbalance kasi yung panahon na yun guys na naka-sick leave ako, wala akong menstruation kasi nga hormonal imbalance talaga, hindi talaga maayos yung sistema ko. And sabi ko kay Nico na siguro maging okay naman ako, but even those times guys na I wasn't feeling okay, gumagawa pa rin ako ng vlogs. And the vlogs were one of the things na nakatulong somehow para may gawin ako. Kasi hindi naman pwede na wala akong gawin. So I tried to get up, I tried to clean, I tried to make videos, and I tried to fix myself. Kasi nakita ko na meron talagang problema sa akin. So, couple of times guys, nag-ask ang doctor na kailangan ko bang ng gamot para makatulog ako, para makapag-rest ako, makalma yung utak ko, ganyan. Sabi ko, hindi. No, I don't want to take any medications. So, ayun. But, you know, yung mga panahon na yun guys na dumaan ako sa ganong sitwasyon, dumaan kami sa ganong sitwasyon, God was really good. Kasi na rest yung katawan ko, na rest yung utak ko, lahat sa akin is nakapagpahinga. Yung mga panahon na yun guys na nakapagpahinga ako and wala akong trabaho, meron pa rin naman akong sinasahod kasi permanent naman ako sa trabaho ko. Pero, yun nga, kailangan ko ring bumalik talaga sa trabaho guys. Kasi yung panahon na nakakausap ko yung doktor tsaka yung psychologist ko guys, binibigyan nila ako ng options. Sabi ko ayoko na maging nurse, ayoko nang mag-take care ng pasyente. Ang dami kong ayaw guys kasi gusto ko lang pagbabago sa buhay ko na hindi ako lalabas ng bahay, yung magmumukmuk lang ako, pero meron akong gustong gawin pero hindi ko alam kung paano siya sisimulan. And atat ako palagi na magbiyahe, lumabas, pero wala akong maraming pera guys pang biyahe tsaka pang gala. So, noong mga time na yun guys na nakakapagpahinga ako sa bahay, naging okay naman kami eventually ni Nico. And I was so grateful because God gave me a partner na grabe guys, sobra sangko yun. Sobra ka bait, sobra ka understanding, and sobra ka caring guys. As in, I can't ask for anything more. Hindi man mayaman ang napangasawa ko guys, but God gave me the most precious and rich man na hindi sa pera guys, but yung love for me and for my daughter, sobra. Nico was the one who took care of me. Nico was the one who took care of Anika guys, ng mga panahon na wala ako sa sarili ko. But you know what? God was so amazing because He did one thing sa amin na hindi namin makakalimutan, guys. So, things were getting better. And, dumating pa ako sa punto na parang sinisisi ko yung Diyos, guys. But, sabi ko, Lord, thankful ako for all the trials na binigay mo sa akin. Pero sana bigyan mo kami ng direction kung paano ba magiging okay ang lahat. Time guys, sobra. Alam ko hindi maganda na sisihin ang Diyos, questionin ang Diyos, ganyan. Pero, I'm just a human, you know? Nagkakamali ako. And, I went through difficult times. Hindi ko alam sino sisisihin ko, guys. Dumating din ako sa point na selfish ako, ganyan. Pero, I'm just so thankful kasi noong mga panahon na nakasick leave ako, guys, I was able to appreciate things better. And nakita ko talaga, guys, na sobra ka-amazing ang Ginoo. As in, there was one night, guys, sabi ko sa kanya, Lord, if you still want me to go back to work, you really need to help me. Sabi ko sa kanya, nag-demand ako sa kanya, you really need to help me to find a new job. Kasi ayaw ko na bumalik doon sa job ko. Pag bumalik man ako doon, Lord, I don't wanna stay longer. Gusto kong umalis din and mag-start ako ng bagong trabaho. So, sobra guys, yung mga changes and di ko inakala na pagbibigyan ako ng Diyos sa lahat ng mga hiniling ko. Anyways, regarding pala sa trabaho ko, guys, as sa mga matagal na dito sa channel namin, as you all know, when I moved to the countryside, I was working in one of the biggest hospital dito sa Finland, doon sa surgery na department. After 10 months, I left that job. Umalis ako doon and lumipat ako sa elderly home malapit dito sa bahay where Elisa and Carlos is also working. So magkasama kami sa work. But doon sa elderly home, guys, hindi ko talaga nakita yung sarili ko and parang na-lost ako doon kasi iba kasi ang setting ng elderly home. Hindi ako sanay ako talaga sa hospital setup. So, nakakontribute din yung environment sa elderly home, sa depression ko somehow. Kasi nga, ang mga tao doon, matatandaan na, parang naghihintay na lang sila, guys, ng panahon nila, kung kailan sila kukunin ng Diyos. Parang ganun. Wala na ibang options, wala na ibang gagawin kung may mga problema sila. Kung meron man, very minimal lang. Hindi kagaya sa hospital na lahat talaga is gagawin. Lahat is ibibigay. Lahat is susolusyonan. And right away, meron kang makakausap na doktor, meron kang makakausap na other professionals na related sa problema ng pasyente. Pero sa elderly home, hindi kasi ganun yung setup. So, parang yung workplace ko that time na elderly home, nakakontribute siya doon sa depression ko. And sabi din ng psychologist sa akin, hindi daw maganda para sa akin yung environment na yon. Though my workmates are very nice, guys, doon sa elderly home. Wala akong question sa mga sa tawag nito sa environment ko regarding sa workmates ko. I really like them. Gustong-gusto ko sila. Pero yung andun ako sa hospital, guys, doon sa surgery na department, isa sa rason bakit ako umalis talaga doon is yung ilmapiri or yung working environment doon, guys, is so stressful. Hindi because yung mga pasyente is stressful and yung mga cases is stressful, but yung ka-workmates ko ang sobrang stressful. Sobrang racist nila. Yung being me as a foreigner and a nurse, kine-question nila yung pagiging professional ko, ganyan. So, wala silang trust sa'yo kasi nga foreigner ka. Hindi ko nagustuhan yung environment na yun. Kaya ako umalis. But, I was so blessed na binigyan din ako agad ng work right away after a month. No, kasi nagbigay pa ako ng 2 weeks na work doon sa hospital. Tapos, after 2 days pala, nag-start na ako sa bagong work ko sa elderly home. Tapos, doon na nag-develop yung aking depression and all, ganyan. Na-stress talaga ako, hindi ko alam bakit. Basta lahat ng problema na pinagdaanan ko sa buhay, naipon. And, ayun. And I was just so blessed, guys, na yung boss ko sa elderly home, si Krista, she was so nice, guys. Hindi mo talaga siya maano na boss. She was like a sister, she was like a friend na open ka magsabi sa kanya. And nung time na na-notice niya na meron akong problema, kinausap niya ako. And siya din mismo ang nagsabi sa akin na I need to see a doctor. So, I went to see a doctor because of her advice as well. Kaya sa elderly home, okay talaga yung workmates ko. Yung environment lang ng mga klase ng pasyente na meron doon. And the system itself na meron sa elderly home, hindi ko kaya. Hindi siya kagaya sa hospital na nasanay ako na marami akong pwedeng gawin being a nurse. Pero sa elderly home kasi, limited yung mga pwedeng gawin. So, anyways guys, after nung nag-leave ako, bumalik pa rin ako ng work and I tried to apply for a job and nagbigay ako ng 2 weeks notice and doon sa work ko guys, sa elderly home because I got the job sa hospital. So, nung pumunta ako for the interview, I wasn't really expecting anything but sabi ko lang, Lord, kung plano mo talaga para sa akin na bumalik ako sa hospital, ibibigay mo sa akin yung trabaho knowing na sa Finland ngayon guys, sobrang hirap makahanap ng trabaho. Yung workplace ko ngayon guys, 6 kami na in-interview doon. Lahat kami nurses or Sairaanhoitaja, hindi practical nurses. I'm a nurse here in Finland. So 6 kami in-interview, 5 doon is Finnish. Ako lang ang Maahanmuuttaja or foreigner. So very tight yung competition. Sabi ko, 6 kami, 5 Finns. Isa lang ang kailangan nila. Ako foreigner. Hindi naman ako sobrang magaling mag-Finnish guys, pero kaya ko talaga makipagsagutan kapag kailangan. Kaya ko makipag-communicate sa patient, sa family, sa doctors, or any kind of health professionals related sa problema ng mga pasyente ko, ganyan. Kaya ko makipag-communicate in Finnish. Pero sa hospital setup lang. Pero pag dadalhin mo na ako sa street, hindi ko kayang makipag-communicate sa normal na tao sa kalsada. So sabi ko sa Diyos, Lord, kung plano mo talaga sa akin na ibigay sa akin yung trabaho na to, ibibigay mo sa akin. So, hinatid pa ako ni Nico doon guys para sa interview ko. Isipin mo yun, hinahatid ako, sinusundo ako para sa interview. Ganon ka-supportive yun ang aking asawa guys. Grabe ka-supportive talaga. So, nung pagdating namin sa parking that day, ng last final interview, 2 beses akong in-interview. Kasama yung kasama yung head nurse, tsaka yung assistant head nurse. And pagdating namin dyan sa parking namin guys, dyan sa labas, tumawag yung head nurse and sabi sa akin na ako daw yung pinili nila para sa trabaho. So agad-agad nag-resign ako guys. That same day na natanggap ako, nagsabi ako sa boss ko sa elderly home na aalis na ako. So kailangan ko lang magbigay ng 2 weeks na notice na extra na work pa, tapos aalis na ako. And that day guys, during the last day ng aking trabaho, it was June 25, last day ng trabaho ko sa elderly home. Umuwi ako ng bahay. Wala akong enough money. But sabi ko, gusto kong umuwi ng Pilipinas. Kasi sobrang tagal ko nang hindi nakikita ang nanay ko. And 11 years na kami hindi nakakauwi ng Pilipinas ni Anika. And gusto ko rin na isama si Nico kasi nga para makita niya rin yung family ko sa Pinas, and he will also experience, Nico and Anika will experience Filipino culture. Kasi si Anika, when she left Philippines with us, she was only 3 months old. So, wala talaga siyang memory of Philippines. So, pagka-uwi ko na bahay guys, galing doon sa aking last day ng aking trabaho, sabi ko, Lord, if you really want us na makauwi ng Pilipinas, to see my mom and my family, kung ano man yung pera na meron ako ngayon sa bank account ko, sana magkasya to, pagkasyahin mo na mabili namin yung ticket namin. So, yung ticket guys na pinambili namin pauwi ng Pilipinas, I paid it in cash, and the payment went through. Sabi ko kay Nico, Daddy, pwede mong tanungin si mother-in-law, si IT, yung mom niya, pwede bang alagaan si Pimo? Sabi niya, bakit? Kasi meron na tayong ticket pauwi ng Philippines. Sabi niya, ha? Bumili ka ng ticket? Sabi ko, oo, bumili ako ng ticket. Kaya, nung umuwi kami ng Pilipinas, guys, biglaan din yon. It was like a week before our flight. Saka ako bumili ng ticket. Hindi ko sinabihan si Nico kasi nga gusto ko rin sorpresahin siya. So when we left Finland that time, guys, wala talaga kami masyadong pera. Konti lang yung pera namin, but we were so blessed. Nico meron siyang naipon na pera, tapos meron kami pera sa ukay-ukay namin. Tapos binigyan pa kami ng pera ni Lola, tapos ng mother-in-law ko. Tinulungan nila kami guys para meron kaming pocket money pa uwi ng Pilipinas. And we were able to enjoy Philippines as much as we can guys, kasama ng family ko. And there was one reason bakit kailangan kong umuwi. Gusto kong umuwi. Kasi guys, sa sobrang dami nang nangyari sa buhay namin, lalo na sa akin guys, parang kailangan ko ng break sa lahat. Kasi di pa matanggap ako doon sa bagong work. Nag-leave ako after ng mga June. So, buong July wala akong trabaho, guys. So, August saka ako nag-start doon sa bagong work ko sa hospital. So, as of the moment, I am currently working sa hospital na. It's a rehabilitation hospital dito sa Finland. And it's the same kind of department kung saan ako before sa first job ko dito sa Finland being a nurse, which is sa infection and wound care. So, I'm an infection and wound care nurse. So, yan yung current na title ko ngayon, guys, dito sa Finland being a nurse. So, ayun. And something really happened, guys, bakit kailangan ko talagang umuwi. It was a very big decision. Bakit kailangan ko talagang umuwi? Something really happened na I was not expecting na pagbibigyan talaga ako ng Diyos, guys. As in, na pagbibigyan kami ng Diyos, guys. Yung pag-uwi namin ng Philippines, guys, bonus na lang yun. Yung mga masasayang activities na experience namin sa Philippines, guys, bonus na lang yun. Kasi, ang pinakarason talaga, guys, bakit ka umuwi sa Pilipinas is natatakot kami ni Nico na baka kung dinelay pa namin, hindi na talaga kami makakauwi ng Pilipinas ever. Kasi something happened. Hindi talaga namin ina-expect na pagbibigyan talaga kami ng Diyos. Umalis kami ng Finland, guys. Buntis na ako noon. Buntis ako, guys, nung umalis kami ng Finland. And gustong-gusto ko umuwi. Kahit na wala kaming pera, guys, na enough. Though meron naman, pero yung sobrang daming nangyari sa amin, guys, na hindi inaasahan. Sobrang daming regalo namin na-receive galing sa Diyos, guys, as in. We were so thankful. Grabe talaga, guys. Umuwi kami ng Pilipinas kasi nag-crave ako ng mga Filipino food. Kaya kung ano-ano lang nakikita niyo sa akin yung mga previous vlogs ko. So, yes, guys. Pinagbigyan talaga kami ng Diyos. As in, He really gave us the greatest blessing. Kaya kami, we were so thankful sa lahat-lahat talaga. Nung nalaman kong buntis ako, guys, hindi pa ako na-surprise talaga. Kasi, I was really expecting na pagbibigyan niya talaga kami. Pero nung andun na, grabe, guys. Hindi ako makapaniwala, guys. Alam mo, yung faith mo, when you just keep it, kahit ano pa man yung pagdaanan mo, bibigay niya talaga sa'yo. And I was so thankful talaga, guys. Grabe. So, nung pinakita ko kay Nico yung pregnancy test ko, guys, isang beses lang ako nag-test. Siya din, grabe. Sobrang tuwa niya. Sabi niya, oh, now it is now happening. Kaya, grabe yung pasasalamat ko, guys, as in talaga. And hindi ako makapaniwala, guys, as in, grabe talaga. Yung faith talaga, guys, na maniwala ka lang talaga sa kanya. Everything happens for a reason. Pinadaan niya ako, guys, ng depression. Pinadaan niya ako, guys, na makunan. Lahat ng problema, guys, na alam mo yung challenging na makahanap ng bagong trabaho, pinadaan niya ako doon. But he was always there, guys, to support, to provide, to guide. Lahat ng yun, guys, nangyari because of God's love, guys. As in, grabe talaga. So, umuwi kami ng Pilipinas and in-enjoy ko talaga, guys, lahat ng mga pagkain doon. But hanggang tikim lang ako. Feeling nyo lang, ang dami kong kinakain. But sobrang bloated ko na, guys, yung mga videos namin. Kasi first trimester ko yun. And this is the news. Grabe, guys, yung blessing ko ni Lord. As in, until ngayon, guys, hindi ko pa talaga maisip na grabe ka-amazing yung gifts niya sa amin, guys. So, nakauwi kami, guys, and everything was so stable when we came back to Finland. So, during my first day ng orientation ko sa work, sinabihan ko yung boss ko na, hey, confirmed, nagpa-ultrasound ako, buntis ako. Sabi niya, congratulations. Tapos ako pa nagsasabi talaga sa boss ko na, sa bagong boss ko, kasi di ba natanggap ako dun sa work. Ako pa nagsabi sa kanya na, sorry kasi buntis ako and kaka-start ko lang ng trabaho dito, first day of orientation pa lang. Sabi niya, no, hindi. Kasi mga changes na yan, hindi naman natin yan in-expect. But, ayun, tinanong niya lang ako kung kailan ako nag-e-expect. And, ayun, everything went so smooth and well. So, lahat ng panahon na yun, guys, nakasama nyo ako, na sinasama ko kayo sa gubat, na mag-mushroom picking. That time, guys, buntis na ako noon. And, palagi kong nami-mention na pagod ako, na nakakapagod. Gusto ko sana mag-mushroom picking, kaso lang hindi ko nakapuntahan yung ibang mga mushroom picking places ko. Kasi nga, guys, buntis ako noon. And, sobrang pagod na pagod ko dahil sa changes ng hormones, sa trabaho, pagod, alam niyo naman pag nabubuntis, mahirap talaga siya. Pero, I hope you all appreciate it, guys, na I was still able to make videos for you about mushroom picking, and kaya palagi na kasama ko si Nico na mag-mushroom picking kasi nga natatakot ako na makain ako ng wolf. Kasi nga may wolf dito sa amin ngayon, guys. Tapos iniingatan ko yung pagbubuntis ko. Tapos paano na lang pangkain ako ng wolf? Tapos yung mga palakad-lakad sa gubat, guys, though nakakapagod yun. But yun yung naging exercise ko talaga.
Andito na si Nico, guys. What happened?
Well, I shoot at the rabbit and I go there to clean it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get here in the start.
When I started the vlog. Yeah. Because, guys, I've been craving for Yanni Spice Tea. And this year, like since the start of the rabbit hunting season, Nico didn't bring any because Pimo was not outside for hunting because of the wolves.
It's happening now here, so
Yeah. Pimo is now a retired.
so miten se sanotaan toistaiseksi
Yeah.
to find out.
Yeah. Because it's also good for her not to go hunting because of the wolves. I mean, we are so scared. But anyway, I told them already that we are pregnant. I am pregnant.
We?
Yeah, you too.
Me, I have a big
Nico's pregnant.
growing tummy too.
Growing tummy too. Yes, guys, I am pregnant. And Nico has been taking care of me very well since day one that we knew that I'm pregnant. So basically, I'm the queen of the house. Nico is the one doing most of the work because I cannot do it. I don't have the energy, and I was so tired. This pregnancy is so challenging, and when is the baby coming? You will know it. But we have a tentative date, like a due date that was given to us. But since this is my second pregnancy na lalabas, so it can be a week before the due date. But we were given the due date on, you can tell them,
Usually 2nd of mikä on helmikuu?
February.
2nd
of February is the due date. And we are expecting the baby, but we are not gonna be telling you guys the gender yet. We will, but most of our friends who are here in Finland and in Philippines, they know. And once the baby comes, because we don't know, sometimes the ultrasound will say it's a girl, but sometimes it will come out it's a boy, or it's a boy and then it will come out a girl.
99% it should be no.
Yeah.
It was little like the position was like that. It's not very good to like search it.
But are you scared, Daddy?
Not really.
You're not scared? It's a girl? Or if it is a boy?
Then it's equal.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
No, it's for don't have a matter.
it doesn't matter what will be the gender as long as the baby is healthy, right?
It doesn't have any
Yeah.
for me.
So basically now, guys, we are just waiting for the baby to come out. So yeah, I am pregnant, guys, and it was like amazing, Daddy, right? Can you remember that day when I said, no, I don't want to go to that fertility clinic?
Niin, se oli asia, että okay, it's the order is there. You can choose like later, but it just happened like a,
Yeah, but we really didn't expect it, and but we were trying more than a year, and then yeah, God gave us amazing gifts. It was such a miracle.
need to thankful and let's see that this start well.
Yeah.
There is lots of, we have a collect and gather lots of stuff and all kind what we need. I think sometimes I say that is this all necessary? We have so much already.
We have a lot of stuff for the baby.
One box full of the tile, one this closet full of like a baby stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, guys.
And one this Istun we give away for the second.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, because I was thinking that it's better to buy a new one because I don't know if it was with their did they had accident with that one. They cannot tell. It's better to have something that didn't have like a Turva Eastern that was not or never had an accident. And Nico is so tired, guys, because he just came from outside and it was very cold, so you got fresh air poisoning.
The clock is already late.
Yeah, and it's also getting late, so we will end the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. But are we gonna show them my baby bump?
No.
Yeah, we will show them.
Our daughter said it's like a watermelon.
Yeah, there's our baby bump, guys. There's the baby bump.
This special panties, what this
the whole suit. That is the pants.
It's like they don't stain.
I don't know if they can see it because this is our baby bump, guys. It's a watermelon.
Our daughter said that it's
Annika said, yeah. Annika said this is a watermelon and it will explode soon. Yeah. Now it's contracting. I can feel it.
I think it's not many weeks anymore.
Yeah, a couple of weeks and this baby's coming out and we are so excited.
Yes.
We will have someone crying in the house.
Hope so it's not like mikä valvottaa for like be awake in the night time.
Hopefully, but usually it's gonna be like that.
In first, of course.
Yeah, first 2 weeks or couple of weeks. Hopefully it's not gonna be hard-headed. Hopefully it's like you.
I don't know, I'm very stubborn.
Nico said he's also stubborn. But yeah, guys, we have a baby coming. Baby Lindemann is coming. Are you excited, Daddy?
Yeah, it's waiting for excite. I think I'll find.
And we don't fit in the bed anymore. Our bed is only 140, no?
20 or 40.
120 or 140. So we don't fit in the bed anymore because I'm getting bigger and bigger.
Turning is very difficult.
Turning is so difficult, guys. But yeah, we are expecting a baby. And this is it. Can you imagine? I was in the forest with big tummy already, but no one has noticed it.
Me in the autumn time, yes.
Yeah,
for mushroom hunting.
And that's the reason Nico was always there because I'm scared that I will be eaten by the wolf.
It's not will be possible, but of course it's...
Yeah, but our room is so messy right now, guys. We have boxes everywhere because we're still going to be doing the nesting period. I mean, like preparation for the baby. So we still have a lot of stuffs na nasa boxes. So we will be unboxing that one to you. And even the Kela box, it's still there. Yeah, we need to open it and show it to you guys. Some of the stuffs that we got for the baby, but most of it we didn't buy like brand new. Most of it is like a second hand. Yeah, but we will be sharing that one to you on the next coming videos when we have energy, or if the baby will not come out yet. Hopefully not yet, guys.
We need open. I'm surprised, like excited to look, because I think is it changed every year?
Every year, the Kela box is every year new.
Mm,
It's different things inside.
yes. So what was this year? It's another year.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we got the 2025 box because we ordered it in 2025. And it's now 2026. So for this year, it's a different box.
Yeah, I think it's 2025 box.
Yeah, 2025 Kela box. That's the one that we got.
Yes.
So we will end the video here, guys, para makapagpahinga na rin sa Nico. So Nico can rest, and
Yeah, I go to sleep.
And I also need to rest. We need to rest, but hopefully I will be able to upload this video right away. And we will have a winter baby coming soon.
But it's better that now we're going through the spring and summertime. It's nice to go like this direction than maybe
going to the
like winter times. It's getting more light every
day.
Maybe in human eye don't see it, but it's minute by minute. It's getting longer.
Yeah, this season is getting better now towards the summer.
2 months, then it's totally different.
Yeah, it's totally different. But today, guys, there's a snowstorm outside. And I think tomorrow will be snow cleaning.
I don't know how much it will raining.
How much of snow?
But this winter has been like good for that it's not rain a lot.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah. But I think that was all, guys. We just wanted to share to you one of the biggest changes in our family.
It's a lifetime change.
Lifetime change. But yeah, so coming soon.
Let's see. Let's come back later.
Yeah, we'll update them.
And we have a buying and prepare.
Yeah, for this pregnancy for the baby. Yeah.
Sample to show the seed. I don't know. Is it how in Philippines? It need to be like a turvaistuin.
Not necessarily.
But it's good.
But it's good to have. But not everybody is able to afford the car seat. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that was all. We have biggest blessing coming. Actually, she's here already. It's just that we're waiting for the baby to come out and see.
Yes.
And
did you tell that it was turn itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we will make a video as well about how this pregnancy goes. Because it was a very difficult pregnancy for me. It was very challenging for me, guys, and working in the hospital is like very challenging, being pregnant. Actually, there were 2 of us who were pregnant in our department, but I think I went sick leave first before her. But I'm gonna tell you about all of those challenges and difficulties about this pregnancy in the next coming videos. But for now, we will end the video here, and we need to sleep so we have energy for tomorrow, and maybe make a new video for you guys to update you about.
I clean that maybe tomorrow. Maybe there's or in the Monday when you want to make a cooking video.
Yeah, maybe. No, I really want to eat Yanni Spice.
Has been waiting.
I've been waiting for that. Yeah, that was all, guys, for today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. So, I'm pregnant. Nico is also pregnant.
Yeah, tummy is growing.
Tummy is also growing. And we are so thankful for all the blessings that we got.
Please.
And even for our subscribers who are there and You guys are also keep on growing. It's just great. We are so thankful. We reached 15,500 and that was a lot. It was a big achievement
it's
for
like
us.
I'm thinking like it's somebody else so interesting
Yeah.
that I like looking for, but it's good that it's worth of to watch.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this vlog. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, hey.
Bye bye.
I've seen the wishing well, but I don't throw pennies down below.
Ota tuloste tosta just.
Yeah.
I've seen a shooting star,
Noin kuunnellaan sitä.
but I don't follow where it goes.
Varmaan kun ne viikot on
Not the
Joo, niin ei täällä
superstitious kind. You were always meant to be. Some people pray all day and cross their fingers tightly in a bow. But I've got open eyes,
Niin, kyllä. Ei ihan hevonen lauta.
stretched wide because
Hyvät sykkeet täällä on.
you will
Toi perustaso menee tuohon 145. Oikein hyvä.
you were always meant to be.
Hello, hey guys!
Mine.
Not yet our number. We are in may kasi on? ID's Polyclinica or like mother's clinic. Because we are going to have ultrasound today or ultrasound. And this is my second ultrasound. And maybe today we will know what's the
Cause
surprise.
you were
Anika is
always
only
meant
rooting for
to
one.
be.
She said she wants a baby boy, not baby girl. But let's see kung ano yung nagiging result.
So, ganyan nakalaki yung aking chan, guys, at 25 weeks.
Other check-up day and wala akong tulog.